I'm Ben Dark and I'm a gardener, and these are my daffodils. Today I'm going to show you various means and ways for planting these lovely little bulbs. I'm going to show you how to plant them in a lawn, how to plant them in a border, how to plant them in a pot, how to plant them anywhere you like really. And you will want to plant these anywhere you like because they are such wonderful flowers. They're the big, bold, beautiful reminder that winter is not going to last forever. Summer is on the way, and they come in so many shapes, sizes, colours and varieties you can't really get bored of them. They're also, and this is a huge bonus, very cheap and very, very easy to grow. So there's really something for everyone in there. One of my favourite ways to see daffodils is coming up through a lawn. I think the green grass, the yellow trumpets is just a perfect combination. One thing to remember when planting your daffodils in a lawn is that if you want them to flower again next year, they're going to need 6 or so weeks to soak up the light, to give themselves energy in the bulb. And if you have to leave those straggly leaves for 6 weeks at the top of the steps leading into your garden or in the middle of the path, they're just going to get trampled and look soggy and a bit sad. So try and choose a corner a little bit out of the way. Another thing that looks strange in daffodils, I find, is if they're planted in ranks, columns and rows. It's just not really what nature intended, and it looks a bit weird. The way to combat this, to get that wonderful scattergun approach, is just to sling them. Now to plant your bulb. I'm using this. It's a specialist bulb planting machine, but you could just as easily use a trowel. The only thing is the trowel tends to give you a huge blister on the centre of your palm if you do a lot of them, whereas if you use this a lot it just breaks your wrist a little bit. So it's your choice really. Pick up your bulb, remember where it was, take your planter, you want to take out a core. The idea is to go down 3 whole lengths of the bulb. So, top of your bulb should have 2 more bulbs above it as it's sitting in the hole. Now don't worry if your hole is a bit too deep, because they're quite clever things. It's going to find its way to the surface. If it's a bit too shallow, then what happens is the bulb tends to fragment, and then in 2 or 3 years' time you end up with lots of leaves and tiny weak little flowers, and it's all a bit pathetic really. Put your bulb in the hole, try and get this bit, the top, facing upwards. If it's on its side, doesn't matter, it'll find its way up. Don't plant it upside down. Drop it in the hole. Take out your plug of soil. Break it up around the bulb. Just give it a little dab down with your fingers. You're trying to make sure there's no air in there next to the bulb. Put your little circle of grass back, brushing around it. Tread on it. And you're done.